Hi, I decided to do a cash flow statement and a balance sheet because I know the income statement better than probably the other two. I did read the article on how to create a cash flow, so I thought I'd walk you through what I found here. So up first is the cash flow. It's for fiscal year ended 31 December 17 for, whatever made up company. Okay, so here it has net earnings of 2 million. This is a little different. They have additions to cash on this one, but first thing I want you to notice is if you look at the bottom, the cash flow ended, it shows a positive number, so that's a plus overall. Okay, back to additions for cash. Depreciation, decrease in accounts receivable. Okay, I had to really think on this a little bit because I'm visual. So if they had a decrease in accounts receivable, that means they probably got paid on the accounts that they were meant to receive. So that would make sense to me that that's an addition. Depreciation is like money kind of in your pocket. So that makes sense to me that that'd be an addition. An increase in accounts payable was a little harder, and the taxes payable was a little harder for me to visualize of why that would be an addition to cash. So I guess just talking it out loud, I think that would be, so if you increase what people owe you, that would make sense to me. Okay. And then, okay, subtraction from cash. So they bought inventory. So that gives you that number and why it would be higher than just your net earnings, which was different than what we talked about in our Zoom meeting. Okay, they bought some equipment, actually quite a bit of equipment for this company, I guess, compared to what we'd been looking at. But they have a small notes payable, so I find that kind of funny. So I guess as the owner of this company, I would look at this and say, well, I would pay off my notes payable. I could maybe invest a little bit more in equipment if I felt I needed to, but that's kind of a small number invested in inventory. If I needed inventory, I'd probably spend my money there. And that's kind of what that statement looks like for me. And I apologize, this is a little smaller and I didn't mean for that, but this is a balance sheet, a consolidated balance sheet for Walmart. It has years 2016 and 2015 fiscal years, but it just has it ended as of January 31. So anyway, just a note of that. Okay, they do have the current assets in that particular order, followed by their non-current assets. And so, anyway, basically, overall, as far as the consolidated balance sheets of years 15 and 16 comparatively, 16 was just lower all around. Other than that, I didn't really pick out too much per se between the differences in years. So their assets were a little lower and their liabilities were a little lower. Therefore, their equity was a little lower. And when I say a little, I mean by margins of 1 to 3 million. So I guess that's still quite a bit, but for this scale, not necessarily, probably. Okay, anyway. They have all the pieces for their liabilities. This one was a little different because it also has common stock on it. And they have accumulation of a couple of things like accumulated comprehensive income / loss. They have less accumulated amortization, so that'd be related to loans. They also have accumulated depreciation, so they have a couple of different things compared to what we talked about before. And then it also has shareholders' equity in here, and then the numbers. So I guess as far as this goes, I would say their 15 and 16 were pretty similar. Their 16 being a little lower, but nothing I would be nervous about. Anyway, and so I guess as Walmart, I'd continue selling things at low prices, I guess. Anyway, so thank you.